Let's get into the gym and let's demolish some arms. Music is loud in here today, my friends. Starting with triceps because they're my weak point. A shortened position movement to really focus in on the long head of the tricep up here. So a little tip, whenever you're doing your extensions and you got a cloth handle like this, turn it on its side and really put the force of the strap at the bottom of your hand here. So now we're going to shift the focus to more of the lateral head and the medial head as well. So in order to do that, instead of training with my arms down by my side, you can see arms down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to orient my body so that my arms are now in front of me. I'm almost doing a little bit more of a press. It's like the cables are going through the shoulder here, like this, and I'm keeping my elbows down. Okay, so my elbows are more trying to push them towards the ground here to keep them far away from me. And I'm just going to go from here straight down. So do you know what it has been? It has been too long since I've trained hammer curls, especially as like a focal point of my workout. Usually I'll just throw them in at the end after regular curls, but in this cut and going into the gaining phase after, I kind of want to focus more on the brachialis in here, in between the biceps and the triceps. You can sort of see that sliver right there. It helps give your arm that wide look. And I want to try to bring those up, and I just think guys skip out on hammer curls too often. Yeah. All right, let's move. Definitely getting a little more lean. You can see the striations up here on my upper chest coming together nicely. Definitely gonna have to go up and weight. One little trick that you can do is, remember, the biceps grows best when it is tensioned most at the bottom range of motion, sort of in the more lengthened position. This is a shorter position, this is a longer position. So when the resistance is a little higher down here, it's probably gonna be a little more beneficial for growth. So a lot of times in these machines, the tension is highest at the top. So what do? If you want the tension more down here, but it's up here, all you need to do is this. Take your elbow and just pull it back up, just a pinch. And you'll find that it's tougher down here and easier up here. I'm gonna go all the way. Just a little bit of fat loss makes so much difference. I'm only a week into this, and I can already see my body's dropped, obviously, like a lot of water. So all the veins and separations coming in. We find ourselves on the row station, my friends. The row station to train the 𝗿𝗂𝗏𝗏 right here. You'd be doing yourself a huge disservice if you did not beef up this guy on your arm right here. It's one of the easiest things, in my opinion, to train and get big. All you need to really focus on are reverse curls. Hammer curls definitely hit it a whole heck of a lot, but I kind of always like to throw these into the mix. 𝗿𝗂𝗏𝗏 is going to be trained best and get the best stimulus for growth when it's the hardest at the top. So this is the opposite of the biceps. That was best down here. This is going to be best more at the top. So lean back, and you can see the angle here between my hands and the cable is like a 90-degree angle. It means it's the hardest at the top. Pause at the top, slowly going back down. This will definitely also train the other extensors of the forearm. What you would do a reverse wrist curl with are having to hold and resist this weight, so it definitely will train them as well. Okay, away from all the craziness, you see the division of the short and long head of the biceps. You got that little line right here? That's actually starting to come in. I know I'm getting a lot leaner when that starts to pop up, so there's the divide. One head of the bicep, two heads of the bicep. Yeah. Not bad. Start to see the lines coming in. That's freaking nutty. All right, only uphill from here. Ooh. Let's go. I wanted to provide a little bit of structure to these talks because I don't want them to turn into some kind of like aimless, you know, what the heck is this guy talking about? I don't really know who this guy is. I'm watching him for the first time. And what the heck do I care? I want to get some information and then, yeah, forget about your personal jokes, buddy. I'm going to skip ahead. So what I propose to you is this. Ready? Come close. Let's talk about this. I want to tell you about certain posts that I see on Instagram from guys that I believe know a lot more than me. And I'm going to give you the information. And I'm going to distill it down into understandable terms. Instead of me trying to, you know, just summon up all this information out of thin air, I'd like to use these posts and bounce off of them and give some shout outs to the people that I listen to. So today, the first post is going to be from Paul Carter, and it is about junk volume. Okay? Junk volume, what is it? You've heard that term before. I'm going to just make it very simple. What junk volume is doing anything beyond what is necessary to achieve your goal of muscle growth. If you do anything beyond what is required of you to maximize your stimulus, that is junk. And you really should try to avoid it because it's only going to serve to hold you back from achieving your goal as fast as possible. You can think of it like a bell curve, okay? On this side down here, there is zero activity, no lifting of weights, no nothing. You're sitting on the couch and you're poor. But as you start to go to the gym and do some sets and do some reps and really start training hard, you start to get some results. Once you reach a certain amount of sets and reps that are pushed to pretty close to failure, you hit that top of the curve where you are maximizing everything. Your sleep is in order, your sets and reps are in order, you're doing the right amount. And then when you start to do more than that, you start to go down on the other side. It's a point of diminishing returns, and you want to avoid that like the freaking plague, because that's just going to, doing more work, doing more hard sets, doing more hard reps than you have to do is only going to damage your muscles more and cause your body to have to recover from stuff that it shouldn't have to recover from. If you do way too many sets in this one workout, well, great. Your body's going to have to recover 3 times as much, and it's going to hinder your performance in the next workout that's coming up in 4 days for the same muscle group. Okay, so how many sets and how many reps should you be doing? Well, this is one of the things that Paul gets into, and I'm going to tell you what they are. Okay, now just keep in mind, these are some just general rules to follow. You don't have to be too specific with these, but try to be in the ballpark of these, okay? So, number 1, use moderate volumes of 3 to 5 sets per muscle per session. Okay, now let's chew on this for a second. Why 4 to 8 freaking repetitions? Well, look, listen, I'm just going to give you a very general thing here. Of any set that you do, whether it be 4, 5, 6 reps, or 25 and 30 reps, it's only, generally speaking, the last 5 or 6-ish reps. It's a little gray area, though, it's only the last 5 or 6-ish reps that are the ones that are actually stimulating your body to grow new muscle. So if you do a set of 30 reps, the first 25 reps weren't doing freaking crap for you, except damaging your muscles more than necessary. So why would you do them? It doesn't make sense. Cut the crap, cut those other 25 reps or so out of it, and just do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reps. So that way, that one set, pretty much all of those repetitions were ones that were counting. You see, you're just trimming the fat off. So moving on, don't do finishers or intensifiers at the end of workouts. So finishers, stuff like tons of push-ups after you've done your chest workout, okay? You're doing just a bunch of push-ups and trying to flood the muscle with blood. Stupid idea. Again, remember how I was talking about that bell curve. Once you do the perfect amount of sets and perfect amount of reps, right up here in this realm of maybe 3 to 5 sets of anywhere between 4 and 8-ish repetitions, then why would you go do 50 freaking push-ups for 3 sets at the end of your chest workout to cause all this muscle damage? It doesn't make sense. And don't do intensifiers at the end of workouts. So things like drop sets, things like that. Drop sets is just a great example. Now, look, are drop sets necessarily bad? No, but they're not necessary and they're not superior for muscle growth if you have the time to do regular sets. Drop sets and things of that nature are just ways for you to save time. That's how you should view them. If you have the time, don't bother with them. If you've got to get in and get out of the gym quickly, then you can probably throw in some drop sets and they would be beneficial to you. But that's just a general brief flyover. I hope that freaking helps you, because that was something that really held me back a lot in my training, and it's something that I'm trimming out of my training so that I can continue to try to eke out the last little bit of progress on my frame. That's it for this, guys. Man, I am looking forward to smashing some hot pot later. If y'all haven't been to your local hot pot place, I highly recommend you pull up Yelp and search hot pot and find the one with it's got to be all you can eat. Has to be all you can eat. And it's got to be highly rated. So find the best one and take your girl there. Y'all really need to understand how the fitness industry and the bodybuilding world really works. You need to view the information on how to build muscle and just training in general is like a big game of telephone. At the top, you've got the information from the studies, and as it trickles down, it's sort of, the original message is so convoluted and messed up that nobody knows what the heck is going on. So you got the scientists who report it. Then you've got lots of guys who are incredibly passionate, who take that information and read it and they report it to their social media. And then you've got other guys that copy that information and they sort of report it as something that they sort of came up with, but they don't understand the information, so they sort of get it wrong. And then it goes down another level. Then you have guys copying bad information from them. And you can just see how by the time it gets to the bottom, it ends up being just crap information that you see may be very popular, get tons of views and likes, but the information's completely wrong. So you see, that's why just because somebody's got a very big following, you cannot listen to them necessarily. You've got to find a trusted source, somebody who you try what they say, you see the results that they bring, and you see it corroborated by other trusted sources as well. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's why it's important for you to really, develop your own general understanding and see the consistencies between information like that I present and the next guy, so that when you go on social media, you can see right through somebody's recommendation. Like if somebody's recommending you do, 10 sets of an exercise or 10 sets for a muscle in a workout,
you know, at 15 to 20 reps and they say it's the best thing to build muscle, you know that guy has absolutely no clue what they're talking about. I want to be able to educate you to make sure you can stand on your own 2 feet. That's really what this is about. And I got to tell you what, man, I am starting to really dig this style of content. It is so much less stressful on me and it's more fun. You know, we get to actually go into the gym together and I don't have to, you know, do a whole bunch of crazy editing. I can just sort of show you what the heck is going on in my everyday. I'm gonna just go home, relax, and take the girl out to that hot pot dinner. Catch y'all later.